Hi Earthlings, I'm Trice, and this is a story about how I used the law of attraction to get rid of financial stress and ended up with $15,000 of checks in my mailbox. And no, it was not from a paycheck. And if you watch to the end of this video, you will learn how to get some money magic in your life. Okay, this story started in 2017 when I was manifesting my beautiful baby girl. And I kept hearing IVF, IVF, IVF. The universe was bringing me the idea that I should do IVF. And I don't know if you know about IVF, but one thing that I know about it is it's incredibly expensive. It is $25,000 a round with a 30% success try on each round. So you'll probably need multiple rounds. And I was having the hardest time getting my mind over a $50,000 number. And I have to thank my honey bunny. He's like, Trice, you keep hearing this. What would you rather have? Would you rather have $50,000 more at the end of your life? Or would you be happier that you said that you tried everything you could do to get your baby girl? And he was totally right. I would rather say that I tried to get my baby girl. So then I decided to go for IVF. And I don't know if you know this about IVF, but it is almost like having a second job. It is extremely time consuming and you cannot be stressed out. You have to be zen, zen, zen and creating the oasis for your body. So I work for myself. So I knew that I wouldn't be able to grow my business in 2017. And if you're not growing your business is slowly dying. So I knew that my income would come down. And this was stressing me out. IVF costs, my income going down. So then I went back to my sweet husband. I said, honey, what do you think about me bringing in $2,000 or less a month so I don't have to be stressed during this whole IVF process and increase the probability of a desired outcome? And he's like, sure. But I could tell he was super stressed out. A couple months rolled by and I'm like, well, this isn't going to solve the issue of less stress because I see him stressed and that's just no fun. So I said, forget about it. I'll keep my income at the same place. That I don't need that anymore. Because what I realized I was trying to do is I was trying to figure out how am I going to make this happen rather than letting the universe help me figure out how this was going to happen. So I said, I'm going to let go of trying to figure it out. I will be safe, and I let it go. That's the first thing you have to do is let go. Your only job when manifesting is to put it out there. The next thing I did was some meditation religiously every morning, 10 minutes, just to clear my head, and then I could infiltrate it with thoughts that I wanted to put in there. Like everything is always working out for me. And I could believe that because when I look back over my life, everything has always worked out for me. Isn't that the same for you? When you really look back over your life and really comb through the events, everything has always worked out for you. And so I had that rock solid belief that this will work out. So I was meditating, everything's always working out for me when anytime the fear crept in. And of course I made a little visualization altar to my baby with the word focus and gold glitter. So to remind myself every time I woke up or every time I went to bed that that's where my focus needed to be. The money would be provided for. Then I was sitting in that chair across from us. And I was about 6 months pregnant. The IVF worked. Yeah, the clients, only about 1 or 2 had fallen off. So I was thinking, well, maybe that's the way it would be delivered. But then my honey brought in the mail and I was sorting through them. And I saw one hand addressed to me. And I was like, well, how fun is this? Who gets hand letters anymore? And I opened it up and it was a love letter from my mother and my sister containing $15,000 worth of checks. Started crying. I was overwhelmed. I felt so loved. I felt so supported. But this is the catch, my friend. I couldn't cash them. I couldn't cash the checks. And I know that might seem absurd, but to put it in perspective, this is not a nickel gift that my mother and sister could just dish out. This was a true sacrifice on their part. We grew up in a bus, then we upgraded to a trailer. My mom now lives in a house, but this is like a boatload of money. And it wasn't like I needed the money for food or to send my son to school. It was like I just wanted an extra cushion cover of money so I could feel safer. That's all it was. It was just a little security blanket so I could keep my income nice and high. So I felt like I was being gritty, and I was like, no, I can't take it. Thank you so much. I'll just frame the checks. It took like 10 months for me to realize what I was doing. And I was like saying to the universe, hey, universe, I don't want the gift received that way. I want to earn it. I want you to send me a $10,000 client. I want you to do this. I was dictating to the universe how I wanted to receive this gift of a stress-less financial life. And so I called my mom and I called my sister up and I said, you guys, I am ready to accept your gift. I'm ready to accept your generous gift. And they were so happy. They said, you made my day. That is the last real key part that I want to really stress home, is that you have to be willing to receive. It might come in an unexpected way, or not the way that you wanted it to come. And it usually comes that way. But receive, say yes, say thank you, else you're going to continue to block the power of the universe until you do. Guys, if you like this, will you do me a huge favor and just smash the heck out of that like button? It really helps the algorithm, and it just makes me so happy. I always talk about my beautiful baby girl, so she was practicing waving. You gonna wave? Yeah. So I thought I'd show her to you guys. Thanks for watching. Ciao.